did.
Hello and welcome to My Side of the Bag. I'm Drew Hinesley, joined as always by my wonderful co-host, Scottie Worldwide. True to your name, you're somewhere in the world today. Tell us where you are.
I have the pleasure of coming to you guys live from Elizabethtown, New Jersey, on site this week for the Founders Championship that we're playing out here at Upper Montclair and out on the East Coast for two big events. Obviously, this week, the Founders, and then next week over to Jersey City, which we play at Liberty National. For us on our tour, the LPGA, pretty big purses, both coming in at $3 million this week and $3 million next week. So definitely some important events, big-time golf courses, and looking forward to 2 really good weeks out here.
Couple of weeks out on the road, which means, as always, you have a roommate who you have talked into coming onto our show. He is our first guest on My Side of the Bag version 2.0, Nick Dibello, a.k.a. Scottie. Scottie, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Drew. Appreciate it. Happy to be on. Definitely excited to be in here in New Jersey. Excited to spend 2 weeks here as I grew up just north of here in New York, and it's kind of nice to have a close-to-home stretch here where you kind of feel a little more familiar with what you grew up around, and yeah, so far so good.
Because you grew up in New York, are you obligated to wear a Rangers shirt for the entire Stanley Cup playoffs?
Absolutely. I haven't watched this in about a week. Wear it every game day. Dedication.
So playoff beard, playoff T-shirt, all that stuff.
Absolutely. Always.
How does your new boss on the LPGA Tour feel about that?
I don't think we've gotten to that yet. So I work for Monet Anami of Japan. I'm not sure what her knowledge of hockey is, but the communication right now, it's as good as it can get for her newly, learning English within this year. She started to study. So in my perspective, her English is very good for that short amount of time, and we can manage to communicate simple sentences, and then the golf is pretty much comes hand in hand. So maybe one day we can get to talking about hockey. I look forward to that.
Okay. Scottie Worldwide, your boss was able to have a good week, or a good day, I should say, without your services down in Orlando this week. Tell the viewers what happened and what we can expect to see from you guys in the upcoming weeks.
Yeah, well, I think we got penalized because Elizabeth won the Dow last year, and if she would have won any other event, we would have already been in the U.S. Open, but somehow they're not rewarding team golf, so that doesn't automatically get her into the U.S. Open. But we'll leave that there. Nevertheless, Elizabeth was able to qualify down in Orlando, 36 holes, shot 7 under through 36 holes, and punched our ticket to the U.S. Open at Lancaster Country Club coming up here in 4 weeks. So looking forward to that. Obviously, probably the most important stop on the LPGA schedule. $12 million with Ally now as a partner. So excited to be going. This is now 3 U.S. Opens in a row for me, and just privileged. And she went down there and kicked ass, and so much so we didn't really do a whole lot the rest of the week up to today. So she was pretty drained after playing 36 holes, but at the end of the day, got the job done for the team, and couldn't be more proud of the boss.
Yeah, I mean, talk about that again. We're doing a show by caddies, for caddies. So let's talk about your mindset as a caddy, or did you guys communicate before the round today, before you played a tournament round only 72 hours after she qualified for the U.S. Open, or actually closer to 60 hours after she qualified for the U.S. Open? And it is such a draining thing emotionally and physically. Were you guys just trying to be super conservative today? What was the tactic today, knowing how she was going through the week?
Yeah, no doubt. We've definitely tried to conserve energy this week. We took Tuesday off, and that kind of was her plan from the get-go. It's, we talked about me being there with her, and we just thought that we would get more work done and be more prepared Thursday if I went up here, had, Monday and Tuesday to get the book ready and get everything done. And that way I wouldn't have to fly to Orlando, then fly to New Jersey, and then get stuff done. So at the end of the day, it all kind of worked out. And, we're going to the U.S. Open because of it. So I give the boss props, and I thought it was good and good for her that, you know, she could kind of, you know, ease into the week here. So that we talked about it, and it was the strategy from the get-go.
You live in Los Angeles. You're in New Jersey 2 consecutive weeks, then a U.S. Open in Eastern Pennsylvania. So logistically, do you adjust your plans and your schedule because of her qualification?
Yeah, there was a lot of change of Delta flights yesterday and into today, and so I've got all that figured out. But yeah, no, obviously changed a lot of my flights and kind of what I would be doing because of the fact that she qualified. So yeah, I mean, wasn't buying a ticket if she wasn't going. So.
Well, and everybody that, you know, sees us at these huge events, like, oh man, I would love to do that. But the thing they don't think about is the family side. And you do have a significant other in LA, and now she's looking at not seeing you for a better part of a month. So talk about the impact that has on a personal schedule,
it's so
as well.
it's so funny that we talked about this because I was literally talking to her yesterday, and we're taking ShopRite off now because of it. So we're changing the schedule a little bit. And, you know, there's going to be a stretch here because we're going to spend that off week after Dow in Chicago. So we're talking about maybe being gone from home 14 consecutive weeks. And so that, because of that, we definitely changed schedules a little bit. And so still going to be a long stretch, but now we've got some more breaks in there and able to come home and spend a week, like you said, with the missus. So looking forward to that for sure, than staying out on the road for 15 straight, not sleeping in my own bed.